Hi everyone, this is the Q&A video I posted that I was looking for questions and I was going to give you some answers. So right away, I think on every single thing, because I posted this on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so I want you to be sure to follow on all those, that you're all asking about makeup, and I also wanted to take this time. This is kind of a double thing going on. When it comes to what makeup I use. So I'm trying to get more of a following and trying to build and build and build. And I'm at the point where I'm realizing I need to be careful about who I'm advertising for. So if I just start saying, oh, I like this makeup and everything, this one's great, I'm advertising for them. And I think I'm at that point where I need to try to start making deals, perhaps, being a little bit more smart about who I mention on here, and maybe there's a company out there that thinks I would look really good in their lipstick or makeup or something, and maybe I'll try it out and we can show them that I like it a little bit better than the one I use, or who knows, I want to work that out. I'm also, as I'm trying, people have told me I was hesitant to do this, but I'll announce this in this video that I am starting a Patreon. There should be a link in the video. I'm probably posting about this right now that I've started that, and people were looking to give me money, which I'm apprehensive to do. I wasn't sure about how people would feel about that, but I actually put the Patreon up without telling anyone, and someone found it and made a point to contribute to me. So that was very compelling. I was like, okay, you're finding it without me being sure if I want to do it. So that's really cool. And I want to have content, like I made that little animatic storyboard thing, and like hopefully I can make more of that. I want to make sure that there's things I'm offering that aren't just, I'm a comedian and I'm going to go out and do comedy, like making videos like this and just having a lot of content that I can create for people, like a handful of things that I can do, so that you're contributing to someone who's not just doing one thing, but I do a lot of things, and maybe you're looking to get more of one or the other. We're going to figure all that out together. So there's that. And that kind of covers some other questions people were asking, but let's see what else we have here. I know there's some more. What is your favorite video game? That's a tricky one. I don't know if I have one favorite. I grew up with a Sonic the Hedgehog game, so I like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's like a big epic. Can play as any of them. I like Star Fox 64. It's a nice journey. Final Fantasy X, really good game. The original Pokemon game. I played the first Animal Crossing, well, the one on GameCube. There was one on the N64 that I never played because it didn't come out here on the N64. But I played that quite a bit, and I never quite got into the other ones. But yeah, I hope that answers that one. Do I like anime? Yes. I know Azumanga Daioh is an anime I like. I think it has really good humor in it. What other questions do we have? Let's jump over to this one. I realized also too, I think you guys can hear the fan from my computer while the camera is on, so if there's a little noise in the background, that's what that is, because it's a really good camera, and I'm using the computer to answer the questions and stuff. It's really easy to use that versus my phone, which I'll jump to for Instagram in a second. Let's see what some questions you guys have on there. Yeah, do I plan to take myself on the road, etc.? That's something I'm working on, and that's something that I think the Patreon can help with, and I'm also trying to communicate with potentially getting a manager, potentially getting booked on that. That's all over my head, but I'm working on that moving forward. Let's see. Who would you rather meet, Jeff Dunham or Gabriel Iglesias? Gabriel Iglesias, much rather. I'd love to work with him. I'd love to open for him. I think that'd be great. Jeff Dunham, I don't think he needs me. I don't think he's got enough characters all on his own that I'm not something that needs to slide into his territory. I appreciate what he does, but I think I would get along more with Gabriel Iglesias as far as like a comic. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jeff Dunham can reach out to me and say, hey, why don't you open for me instead? I'd be cool with that too. Am I related to Edward Scissorhands? No. Do you like your cookies soft or crunchy? Well, I don't eat cookies anymore because I stopped eating flour a few months ago. But I did love like a soft, gooey. Like I don't like raisins. I like craisins. Like that was a nice cookie. Like a really just chewy like oatmeal craisin. How many random girls have slid into your DMs after AGT? Let me see here. It's hundreds. It's literally hundreds. Like just it was 600 something at one point on one of them, like on Facebook or something, or on like Instagram. It's a lot. Luckily on Twitter you can't just do that. What's the best thing about being on stage? Everything. Being on stage is everything about being on stage is the best thing. What's the worst thing about when it doesn't feel like you're on stage? That's the word. When it feels like you're just in a room full of people and you're just kind of standing in one place with a microphone or something. Do I still get nervous on stage? Not really. I did get a little nervous on AGT when I was talking to the judges. Like that was a little, because that's not normal. I'm not used to that. I'm used to performing. I get a little nervous sometimes right before I go out. Very rarely I'll get nervous on stage. I've been doing stand-up for consistently for 5 years, just about. Let me make sure Twitter's not being ignored. And maybe also check Instagram, too. Do you love your fans? No. So many of my fans are really, really not worth loving, and you all know that, right? The ones that a lot of you are worth loving, but you know who you are if you're not worth loving. If you were not a comedian, what would your dream job be? I would love to work in animation. I've never really learned how to animate, as you can tell from the video I made, but I love art and storyboarding and just that whole world and voice acting. That's, I love Frank Welker, who is a voice actor. He was in Gremlins with Howie Mandel. They both did voices in that, and that's something I really, it's really a big deal to meet Howie Mandel because he was in Muppet Babies, he was in Bobby's World. Like, he's done so much stuff that, like, I've been following, so I wish I could be doing something like that. Will we ever get a makeup tutorial? Maybe. I mean, I think what I do is really easy. I don't think I need to show you, but maybe. How tall am I? I am tall. I'm taller than Tyra, and she was in heels. Like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", I guess, in shoes. Would you rather have fingers the size of legs or legs the size of fingers? I think fingers the size of legs would be more of an inconvenience. Because basically I'd have no legs if I had finger-sized legs. And there's people that have adapted to that. If I had 10 leg-sized fingers, that, I don't know. I'd really, how does it feel to be a star? I'm not a star. When I feel like a star, I'll let you know. I don't feel like one, so. What kind of music am I into? I like 80s music. I like disco. I like some classical. I like musicals. Will you marry me? No. No, there's too many people that are asking, and I can't marry all of you. What's your sexuality? None of your business. A lot of people are very curious about that, and I'm very private when it comes to that. The jokes I do on stage are jokes, so don't get too caught up in what might be real or what might not. What was your best memory on AGT? There's so many memories on AGT that stick out. I did love when Howie ran up on stage and gave me 4 fist bumps. That was pretty cool. Knowing what you know now, if you had the chance to go back, would you still have auditioned for AGT? Yes, and I probably would have done different jokes. So, that's that. Yeah, am I single? People really want to know. Oh, someone met me. That's cool. Let's see. A lot of these are I don't want to have, you know. Do I collect toys? Oh, I do collect toys. Yeah, I definitely collect toys. This is Cosmos. He is the UFO Transformer. This is a Scout Trooper from Star Wars. This is Lego Cyclops from X-Men. This is Beast Saga. It's a Japanese toy where it shoots a die out of his chest. I actually have more of those coming my way as my friend from Japan is bringing me some. So I do collect toys. And let's make sure. I think I got through all the ones I wanted to do and skipped. Not that you had bad questions, that just. Some of them are going to be longer answers, and I wanted to get to the ones I could answer quickly and ones that I feel like everyone would appreciate the answer to. You know, it's hard doing one of these. If you guys are really into it and you want me to do another one, I'll do another one and ask those same questions again. Like don't not ask it because I didn't answer it. Like ask it again, and maybe I'll get to it. You know, that time. Are we going to see more of you? Yeah, since you were let go. I don't know. I have no idea. That's like I don't produce TV shows. Like I just try to get on them. That's the first time I ever got on a TV show. So that's, it's cool. Like, I'm not, you know, disappointed that I didn't get on TV. I got on TV. I think I got to everything. Boxers or briefs, none of your business. Pervert. That's pretty good. So, I mean, just kind of cycling back to what I said at the start of the video. There's a Patreon now, and I hopefully can see what I can do with that. Like having like a little bit of a budget to play with is nice. Like as I think about like getting this new camera from a friend is cool. Being able to buy things, being able to like not stress about like gas money and stuff, like that would be really nice. And I don't want to ask for handouts, but that's I don't think that many people are gonna donate that much. I don't have expectations there, but a little bit will help. Like if it's a thing where it's like, oh well, I have to drive for this gig and it's hours away, but you know what? People online are supporting that, so I don't have to worry about like get the gas, don't stress about the money, like eat something, don't worry about don't not eat before your show. So that's really cool, and hopefully I can just keep making content, keep doing stuff, keep coming up with new ideas that, you guys like. Like I like the idea of making the little like it's not a cartoon because it's not really animated, but maybe someone will see that one day and go like, well, you should be making a cartoon because that would be a dream come true. I would love to make a cartoon. I like the idea of like a wizard who has to adapt to modern life because he's kind of lost his powers, but he's still like really old. And so thank you. I never know how to end these things. Otherwise, I just keep going. I feel like I've already been doing this for forever. This is probably like the longest video I've ever made. But keep like sharing it, I guess. Like if you like what I do, like share my videos, share the other videos of my stand up, get more people connected to it, because that's, if you want to see more of me, that's the best thing you can really do. Is that way when I go to a place that's booking a show, they go, well, like, will people even come see you? That's kind of what they wonder and worry about, is if I'm a draw, if at that club or in that festival, in that show or whatever. And they go, well, yeah, that's cool you were on TV, but are people wanting more of you? So if I get more followers, it sounds stupid. Like, I don't want followers. I don't want to be famous, but I want to be able to perform. And this is part of being able to perform. It's all just part of the thing. So I don't have that many followers on Twitter. I don't have that many likes on Facebook. But if it keeps growing, if you guys keep sharing it with people, encouraging your friends to like it, and it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up, that gives me more options, and then it gives you more options to see me. You don't have to just see me online. You can come see me in person, and it's, I think, what we really want is we want me to be live doing these shows, doing my stand-up and coming up with what other things I can do live, which is more than just stand-up. So that's really all I can ask you. I don't want to ask you that. Like, I feel bad. I don't think you get that. That feels icky. Like share, subscribe, like, comment, but like, I guess do it, because ultimately, if you like me and I want to keep doing this, we need to work together, guys. And I want to do the thing that makes me get seen by you, and that's asking you to do that. So if I ask you to do that, it's just because I want to be your guy. Well, I don't know what it's called. Like, I want you to be my fan. I don't know what it's called when I want to be your comic. And thank you, and this is a really long video, and I'm sorry.